Y bueno, como ya lo habéis visto, ya tenemos al crack, ya tenemos a Kamisato Ayato. Madre mía, qué potra que he tenido para sacármelo literal. Pero bueno, con este nuevo personaje, la verdad que ahora lo que digo, me toca subírmelo, obviamente. Aún así, es un personaje que me parece bastante interesante y lo que digo, me lo he subido a 60 rápidamente. Tengo que mirarle un arma buena y todo lo que eso conlleva, ¿no? Pero creo que está la cosa bastante guay porque, lo que digo, es un personaje que me parece bastante divertido e interesante. Ya lo iré subiendo y os lo enseñaré quizás en un futuro más a profundidad de mi equipo, ya que creo que junto con Ayaka me puedo hacer un equipo bastante interesante con estos dos. Pero bueno, lo que nos toca hoy no es ni más ni menos que antes de empezar con todo lo del festival, lo que os digo, he estado fuera un poquito, pero aquí estamos para todo. Vamos a desbloquear con una llave legendaria, ¿no? Aquí el tema de... Vale, recogemos llave, perfecto, ya está desbloqueada la misión de Kamisato Ayato. Así que vamos por fin a completar una de las misiones más interesantes que hay por aquí. Así que lo que digo, toca viajar a Inazuma, toca venir un momentito en medio de esta trama, ¿no? Para disfrutar a tope del gran festival. Así que vamos a venir aquí y vamos a buscar completarlo. Después de todo esto, completaremos, iremos a buscar completar todo lo que tenga que ver con el festival de Iyodori, ya que es el evento principal. Y luego lo que digo, me pondré con Sima, que tengo grabados unos cuantos vídeos, pero... lo que digo, os pondré primero todo esto, que creo que es más importante. ¡Vamos con la historia de Kamisato Ayato!
Those two look familiar.
Vaya.
It's Ippei and Shinojo.
Sí, son ellos.
Guess they must be good friends, huh? Anyway, let's go say hi. Hi, Ippei. Hi, Shinojo. What are you guys doing here?
Oh, it's you. Thanks so much for your help last time. I was just ordering some clothes when I ran into him.
You know these two as well?
Yes, they helped me and Master Kamaji out a great deal last time. I've never had the chance to say thank you properly. What about you? How do you know them?
Also a chance encounter. Our lady had them join us as additional guards for a goods escort in order to sneak out of Rito undetected.
So we all know each other, huh? What a coincidence.
Not exactly. We've only just met. We both came here to order some clothes and got to chatting. Somehow we ended up on the topic of Master Kamaji and Lady Hiragi's relationship. Wait, it's okay to talk about that, right?
It's probably fine. They've known about it for a long time already.
Oh, yeah! Paimon remembers those two had a thing. In fact, that was why Chisato wanted us to deliver a letter. That's old news, though. So why has it come up now? Are they taking the next step or something?
We have reason to suspect that they'll be getting married soon.
Wow, that's great! They can finally make it official!
Of course, this is just personal speculation. They haven't announced anything, and we wouldn't dare to ask.
I was instructed to place an order for some formal wear for a big banquet. Turns out that Ippei received the exact same instructions as I did.
They're both preparing for a banquet at the same time. They're both purchasing the kind of fine wine and confectionery normally reserved for big
Lady Hiragi has been in high spirits recently, and I heard she's on a diet as well.
This is wonderful!
Parece que hay una boda. Es buena noticia, pero...
What's wrong?
¿Qué pasa?
Oh, don't mind me. She's about to be happily married to the love of her life. I genuinely couldn't be happier for her.
Right? I think so too. It's fantastic.
Yes, but we shouldn't let ourselves get overexcited. What if it's all a big misunderstanding? As things stand, we have no actual proof of a wedding. Now, if they sent me out to deliver wedding invitations, that would be a different story.
Shinoju doesn't look like he's taking this very well at all.
Te ves decepcionado.
Sorry, I just...
Vale, dice que no
haven't
dormido bien.
slept well. I'm ashamed to be so out of sorts at work. I'm not living up to my responsibilities, either to the Kanjou Commission or to my lady.
Are you worried about their wedding?
Not exactly. It's just everything feels kind of up in the air until they make it official.
I get what you mean. I really do. We need this wedding to be set in stone before the celebrations can really begin.
No, no lo entiendes.
What should we do? Should we just straight up ask them?
I don't know. That seems a bit rude.
Alguna de las dos comisiones debe saber algo al respecto, así que creo que vamos a preguntar.
If Ayaka knows about it, that means it's a sure thing.
I don't think it's a good idea to bother the Yashiro Commission about this.
It's fine. He and Ayaka are practically best
Yo soy mejor
buds.
amigo aquí de
There's
todos
nothing to
los
worry about.
players.
I see. Then thank you. Thank you very much. Having a definite answer will stop my thoughts from running wild.
Let's
Vale.
go to the Kamisato estate.
Pues nada, vámonos a la hacienda de Kamisato. Vale, pues aquí empieza la misión Cipresus Custos, acto 1, Hojas Caen de las Malváceas. Lo que digo, estamos ante lo que es la misión legendaria de nuestro amigo Kamisato Ayato, una de las cosas que podemos hacer, y os recomiendo que la completéis antes, ¿vale?, de empezar siquiera con lo que es la historia aquí de nuestro amiguito, ¿vale? Así que ahora que las cosas han calmado y Inazuma ha vuelto a la normalidad, es momento de despedir lo viejo para recibir lo nuevo. El complicado amor entre los enamorados de las Comisiones Tenryou y Kanjou se ha vuelto más fácil y pronto celebrarán su boda. Sin embargo, para el actual comisionado Yashiro, Kamisato Ayato, este no será un matrimonio sencillo. Bueno, lo primero de todo, ¿qué pensáis que va a pasar aquí? O sea, de verdad, os lo pregunto como pana, como colega, o sea, aquí, ¿qué pensáis, no? Un poquito que vaya a suceder. O sea, es que tengo mucha intriga con esto, ¿no? La verdad que el personaje me está pareciendo muy misterioso y tengo muchas ganas de saber por fin, ¿no?, del hermano de Ayaka. Así que vamos al punto de teletransporte y vamos a ver qué pasa, ¿no? Vamos a la hacienda y a ver qué presenciamos ahora.
This place impresses me every time I come here.
We'll just wait here. We don't want to cause
Vale,
any
parece
extra
que ellos se van a
trouble
quedar
for you.
aquí.
Ayaka wouldn't mind.
Honestly, even if we did come with you, we wouldn't know what to say
Vale,
or
no
do
sabrían ni
once
qué
we
decir
were
ni qué hacer.
inside.
Nos lo dejan completamente en nuestras manos. No tardaremos. Vale, pues nosotros vamos a la aventura. Vamos a meternos aquí. Ojo, cinemática.
Without looking at the board, you've ruined my strategy in one move. Amazing. Now what should I do next?
Ayaka, Toma, it's us! Huh?
Hey guys, it's been a while. If you're looking for my lady, I'm afraid she's not here right now.
Oh? That voice. Toma, would that happen to be the traveler?
Yes.
Greetings, traveler. Ayaka speaks of you constantly. Finally, today is the day. I am head of the Kamisato clan and Yashiro commissioner, Kamisato Ayato. Greetings, both. I have long been indebted to you on my sister's behalf. Finally, I have the chance to express my profoundest
Pues
gratitude
por
to
fin
you
lo
in
conocemos a
person.
Kamisato.
Ayaka is out today.
Vale, Ayaka ha tenido que
You
salir
are
hoy,
here
pero si están
regarding
aquí por algún
anything
asunto
related to the
relacionado con el clan
Kamisato
Kamisato,
clan.
pueden
You are
discutirlo
quite-
conmigo.
Oh, hi. Your flattering words flatter us.
¿Se ha puesto nerviosa, Paimon?
Why on earth are you talking like that?
¡Toma!
He seems like a pretty powerful person. He's already working his way
Bueno,
up
otro más
Paimon's
para la
list
lista
of
de personas que no
people
debes
never
provocar bajo
mess with.
ninguna circunstancia.
Look, as soon as he stands up, the whole
Está guay ver a
atmosphere in the
Paimon
room
ahí a
changes,
veces.
and it feels like you
Tenía
gotta be
ganas de
super
traer esta
polite.
legendaria y lo que digo, no he podido antes, perdonadme de verdad.
You shower me with praise
Pero es que
undeserved,
vaya
my
liada.
little guest. There is no need to be quite so formal. This is a private residence, so please, relax.
Oh, good. Because that whole spiel was really tiring just now. All right, now that that's over, Paimon's just gonna ask the question.
Paimon ha pasado de ser educada a ser presuntuosa en un segundo.
We heard a rumor that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato are gonna get married soon. Do you know anything about that?
Oh? I wouldn't have thought you'd heard about that yet.
Los conocimos en el pasado.
I see. Well, it's true. It wasn't long ago that I received the news myself. The head clans of two commissions are to become joined through marriage. This is big news for the whole of Inazuma. Since the Yashiro Commission presides over cultural and ceremonial affairs, it closely involves us, too.
Yes. And since the commissions are kind of the face of the almighty shogun to the masses, this wedding is one that we have to treat as a serious affair.
Right, makes sense. Ah, two true lovers becoming husband and wife. What a happy occasion.
It is. High-profile matrimonial links between two commissions are extremely rare. But these two truly love each other. Tradition should give way to freedom in this case.
All right then. I'll be sure to pay them a visit to send the best wishes of the Kamisato clan.
No need.
Vale.
I'll visit them personally this...
Huh? But you have other things to be
Parece
doing.
que Ayato se va a meter bien en
This
la
is a
acción.
marriage between the Kujo clan and the Hiragi clan. The Kamisato clan must demonstrate an appropriate level of respect. The work of the Yashiro Commission is indeed multifarious. Normally, weddings and other ceremonies would come under the supervision of my sister, but she is presently occupied with other matters, and I happen to have a little time to spare. This will be a good chance for me to pay a visit to the bride and groom. Oh, and would you two care to join me?
Vale, vamos
I
con él.
presume you two have a special connection with the individuals in question, or you would not be quite so interested in this matter. This being the case, why not come and offer your best wishes too?
Ojo,
Is my presumption incorrect?
Oh, it's not as interesting as you make it sound. No special connections here. Super ordinary ones, actually. We just agreed to help deliver a letter this one time, that's all. Although, wait. Does that mean we helped make this wedding happen?
La fuerza del destino es la que une a esas parejas, Paimon. Pero sí, nosotros les dimos la carta. En fin, vayamos a darles una visita.
I cannot thank you enough. Your mere presence shall surely mean we are spared the futile pursuit known as small talk.
Wait, you're the Yashiro commissioner? But you can't do small talk?
Small talk is a chore. Of course, there are some people in the world who quite enjoy doing chores, but I am not one of them. Toma,
Qué bueno.
I'm heading out with my two guests now.
Bueno,
I'll leave the residence in your capable hands.
Not a problem. Take care, my lord.
pues nada, parece que Toma se queda aquí y que nosotros vamos a ir con Ayato. Toma, un placer verte como siempre, es un crack. A ver si me lo leveo, macho, tío. Es que últimamente no he tenido casi tiempo para levear personajes. O sea, es lo que digo, necesito vida, bros. Necesito una vida. Bueno, vamos a informar a Ipe y a Shinojo a ver qué pasa por aquí. Y continuamos nuestra carrera, ¿no? Aquí para saber más de esta boda. Me hace gracia porque, de nuevo, nos estamos encontrando ante una situación que realmente, ¿no? Provocamos con una de las misiones primeras de Inazuma. Y eso me gusta, que durante el transcurso de este año se está cerrando, ¿no? Un círculo y está bien. Ya sabéis que Inazuma salió por verano, más o menos. Bueno, después de verano, ¿no? Fue, no me acuerdo ya. Verano salió en las islas, ¿no? Y después viene Inazuma. Septiembre creo que fue Inazuma, si no me equivoco.
They're friends of ours. Paimon will do the introductions.
Vale, pues aquí le presentamos a Ipe y a Shinojo a nuestro amigo Kamisato
So it's true.
Ayato.
Well, there we have it.
Great, so our hunch was spot on.
It is a little inappropriate for me to have shared news of this magnitude with you.
Vale, aquí
So I would be
obviamente
much
pedimos
obliged if you could
secretismo.
keep it in...
Don't worry, sir. We give you our word. We won't.
That puts my mind at ease. Now, on the topic. We'd like to pay a visit to the Kujo clan. Would you mind leading the way for us?
Of course not. I'd be honored.
I guess this is where I... Goodbye then.
Aw, cheer up, Shinojo.
Pobrecito, él está enamorado.
I'll try. Thank you.
Está llorando, lo está pasando mal. Vale, pues ahora parece que tenemos que ir a la residencia del clan, así que aquí lo más fácil es un buen TP y al lío. Lo que digo, venimos, incluso si venimos aquí, ¿vale? A este teleport, vamos a llegar en cuestión de segundos y no va a ser ningún problema. Lo que digo, la verdad que grabar con la Play 5 es una auténtica pasada en este juego porque literalmente se come a los tiempos de carga, ¿eh? O sea, es una de las cosas que más me ha gustado porque, jope, o sea, con lo que jugaba antes y demás, a veces los tiempos de carga, lo que digo, eran bastante largos y aquí en Play 5 es un gustazo, o sea... No me puedo quejar para nada. Vale. Vamos a ver, supongo que sea por aquí, ¿no? Ahí está. ¡Uah! Podía haber accedido por abajo, sí, pero bueno. He querido dar la vuelta tonta, también. ¡Vamos allá! Vale, vamos a la sede. Vale, y aquí parece que tenemos, ¿no? En este caso, a Kujo Kamaji. ¡Hola!
All right then. Please excuse me. I'll leave you to it from here.
Vale. Ipei se pira.
Thanks, Ipe.
Gracias, Ipei.
I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time for us, Commissioner. Otherwise, you can be sure that we would have prepared a more extravagant reception.
I don't mean to impose, Sir Kujo. In fact, I'm not here on official business at all. I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiragi. What a glorious marital alliance this shall be. Given the close ties between our clans, it seemed only right that I should come and offer the Kamisato clan's congratulations in person.
I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as too much of a surprise.
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well!
¿Cómo va todo últimamente?
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa clan, things in the Tenryou Commission have slowly started to stabilize. I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan. I just hope I'm up to the task, so I can live up to everyone's expectations.
You're far too modest. The public thinks very highly of you. They say you're hardworking, upright, and responsible.
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't have achieved anything without the support of my people. Thanks to them, everything is gradually stabilizing. And
Well, you're certainly making big progress in that department.
Eres increíble. Vamos allá.
come on now, you're embarrassing me. Pardon me,
It's perfectly all right. Please, continue. It's a joyous occasion. Light-hearted is exactly how things should be. Really, who stays stony-faced when talking about a wedding?
You're right. But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion on the whole thing?
¿Por qué le tiene que
Do
parecer
you think it's
repentino?
too sudden?
Of course not. Where there is
Nada debe
true love,
interponerse
nothing
ante
should
el
be
amor
allowed to
verdadero.
stand. No doubt people will
Qué
offer
frases más bonitas que
you
nos
a
dice, Kamisato.
colorful variety of opinions. But of course, you will have factored this into your decision, and
Indeed I am.
Vale, parece que aquí todos
so
tienen muy claro su
please be
papel.
confident. When your mind is made up, you ought not be worried about things for which you are already well prepared. Nevertheless, there is just one
Ojo,
small
hay algo que lo
aspect
tiene
of this that
confundido.
puzzles.
Please, go ahead.
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryou Commission in line. This is positive, and no doubt the beginning of important change. But on the other side of this equation, Lady Hiragi's father, Hiragi Shinsuke, is still in prison. If you choose now, of all moments, to announce a marriage between the Hiragi and Kujo clans, the kinds of rumors that may begin to spread both among the general public.
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been my biggest concern for quite a while now. Hiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me having any contact at all with Chisato. In the past, we've always had to communicate in secret by
Y
sending
de ahí que
letters.
nosotros le dimos la
So
carta,
although now may
importante.
not look like the best timing for this marriage,
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was determined to make as much trouble
Podemos
for us
acordar de
as
él, eso es
possible.
bueno.
I can
¿Os
see where you're
acordáis, no? De la que
coming
nos
from.
liaron con toda la carta
But
y
you're
eso.
only
Que
postponing
no
the
podíamos
problem,
entrar ni
not
movernos bien por
solving
ahí.
it.
yes, I'm well aware of that.
Así que fue ella quien se
Since
declaró.
Chisato had the well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter, and after some initial hesitation, I went to meet her and have a serious conversation about our future. It's funny, actually, because when I formally proposed to her in person, she denied having ever written that letter. So coy.
Huh? Really?
Tal vez prefiera ser discreta.
She didn't say. She just acted confused by the whole thing. She really committed to it. I'll never forget the look on her face.
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending, so I played along and said, I was only joking about the letter, and then I proposed.
Madre mía, qué manera de
After
proponer
making some
matrimonio así de rebote.
disgruntled
Papá.
noises about me making a stupid joke, she blushed and said yes. We spent that afternoon working through all the details of the wedding.
Okay. So you discussed it and decided on a date.
We did. I guess it was a chance to finally express our commitment to one another. And you know what? I think it was about time.
Oh, fijaos
No
ahí la
matter
luz.
what happens next, I will always be there for her as the one person she can always rely on.
Me mola esta
Oh,
escena.
give me a break. Sorry, but Paimon's been wanting to say this the whole time. Is it just this dude, or does everyone in love act like this? He just won't stop talking.
Quizás es algo inevitable, Paimon.
Apologies, my friends. And also to Sir Kamisato.
Far from it. On the contrary, seeing you so positively smitten puts my mind at rest. No surer evidence could there be of your true feelings and your commitment. If I had any reservations before, I certainly don't now. I
Vale.
wish you a joyous wedding when the day comes.
Vale, pues parece que les deseamos feliz boda, pero ojo, aquí tiene que haber algo más, ¿no?
Like this. It's still a happy occasion.
Thank you all. It means a lot.
We have some other business to attend to now. Until next time.
Very well.
Vale.
I'll see you out.
Vale, pues nos acompaña hasta la puerta. Pues de momento lo que digo, nos hemos despedido de Kujou Kamaji, así que Ayato tiene algo que contarnos.
Seems busy. That must be true for anyone about to get married, right? It's a happy kind of busy, though.
Miedo me da esto,
You're right. Kujou Kamaji is on cloud 9. What do you think, traveler?
Se ve bastante feliz, pero...
He chalked it up to her being coy, but that doesn't sound like the Hiragi Chisato I know. It bothers me also. But, unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth of the matter would likely be fruitless.
¿Por qué?
Yeah, how come? Whenever we come across stuff like this on our adventures, we always find a way to get to the bottom of it.
I see. So that's how adventurers think. In my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, we have very little information to go on, and I must be cautious about taking a stance. This makes it difficult to investigate. Secondly, and more importantly, the person involved doesn't seem to care. If we intervene without his blessing, good intentions may lead to catastrophic results.
You do have a point. Kamaji doesn't seem worried at all.
Everything in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. It would be inefficient.
La voz de la experiencia. Mismo, ¿no?
Sort of. I have to take this approach, or the work of the Yashiro Commissioner would never be done. My opinion is something like this. When something strange happens, instead of trying to find out what could have caused it, it is better to look at the situation itself. If the outcome is positive, and no one was deceived or harmed in the process, then it is acceptable.
Pero este asunto...
We don't know yet. After all, we don't know what Hiragi Chisato's thoughts are, do we? I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting. Most insightful of you. You are thorough and thoughtful, just as my sister describes.
Huh? But Chisato and Kamaji have already talked everything through, haven't they?
Only if we are to take Kujou Kamaji at his word. But there are two sides to every story. I wish to know Hiragi Chisato's angle on this.
Huh. Makes sense, but Paimon still doesn't quite get it.
Don't worry about it. I was planning to visit the Hiragi clan to deliver my best wishes anyway. Let's take the opportunity to hear her thoughts. If she's as committed as Kujou Kamaji, perhaps they can navigate the challenges ahead successfully.
Pues nada, parece que esto continúa, ¿no?
Life isn't
Hay
always...
dudas, aquí hay intrigas y seguro que aquí nos sorprenden. Vale, hay que ir a la residencia del clan en Ritou. Esto lo más fácil que podemos hacer es coger, venir al mapa y simplemente, ya sabéis, hacemos TP y vamos al lío. Vale, pues ya estamos en la zona de Ritou, así que vamos corriendo a la de Cabos con el dash de Xiao hacia la zona de arriba. A ver qué está pasando aquí. Me ha molado mucho, lo que digo, la historia está empezando lenta, o sea, no... Vamos a ver cómo continúa. Vale, parece que aquí están con el tema de la boda, el bodorrio del año.
Should we also invite some prominent business leaders who frequently visit Rito?
At the very least, we should send them invitations.
I agree. Ah, hello there, Yashiro Commissioner. To what do we owe the honor on this fine day?
As it happens, I'm here regarding the same wedding I believe I heard you discussing just now. I come bearing the felicitations of the Kamisato clan. Would Lady Hiragi happen to be available at this moment?
Our lady is entertaining guests right now, and we're not entirely sure how long she will be.
But please, do come in. We will arrange some tea and snacks for you and your attendants.
Hey! Paimon is not an attendant!
You misunderstand. These two are dear friends.
You're too kind.
We don't wish to impose. We'll just wander around in the general area. apologies for the interruption while you're busy with preparations. Please, let us know once Lady Hiragi is available.
Nonsense, Commissioner. No imposition at all. This wedding is a joyful occasion, and all the other clans who serve the Hiragi clan are most delighted for them indeed. We're merely doing the best we can to make this wedding as grand an affair as possible.
When the time comes, we'll invite everyone in the clan and even the general public to attend.
That sounds splendid. We'll leave you to it.
Take
Bueno, aquí el tema de la boda, yo creo que aquí pasa algo. Hay algo que se me está escapando, ¿eh? A ver, vamos a ver qué pasa ahora. Vale, pasa el Battle Return, ¿no? Bueno.
Hence why I dislike small talk. Our timing was not ideal, but never mind. I spotted a stall on our way over where we can pass the time.
Vale. Pues
The
vamos
owner
allá.
always manages to
Oh, it's Tomoki!
Tomoki. No sé, aquí está, es lo que digo, nos estamos cruzando con
Ah,
todos.
it's you.
Hacía
Good to
tiempo
see
que
you
tampoco
again.
lo veíamos, ¿eh?
Seems like
También es
you're
verdad
always
que, claro,
showing
hemos
up at
estado
the
en Inazuma,
VIP
pero
until.
como lo último de la actualización, ya sabéis,
So you know the
nos
owner
llevó de
as
vuelta a
well.
Liyue,
Yep.
quieras que no, hemos cambiado mucho nuestra ruta y hacía tiempo que está bien volver a Inazuma, tener estas misiones, tener el festival de
sí.
Lidori, y creo que puede ser
So
algo
you
muy
were
divertido, ¿no?
involved in
Para ir
that.
completando estas cositas.
I'd caught wind of this Dango milk, but I didn't know that it had anything to do with you two.
Fue una coincidencia.
I always order one of his creative drinks whenever I pass the stall. Flavor is always new and interesting. When I noticed he'd set up shop in Rito, I simply had to come by.
Thanks to you all, my business is finally beginning to take off. More and more people are willing to give my creative cuisine a shot. It gave me the confidence to decide that I'm going to stick to creative cuisine from now on. On the one hand, I wanted more people to be able to try out my culinary creations. On the other hand, I wanted my customers to experience the joy of being creative too. So I gave it a lot of thought and finally came up with an all-new business concept.
Sounds interesting. What is it this time?
I've decided to give complete creative control to the customer. I offer all sorts of ingredients, and they pick and choose whatever they want to mix with their milk or tea. As well as Dango, I now offer rice cake, purple potato balls, black sugar, and sunsettia.
Do they really all go well with milk? Hard to imagine, but who knows? It could be delicious.
What if I were to choose some ingredients you don't have here? Would that be okay?
Well, I guess so. Any novel ideas you have, Commissioner, please feel free to tell me. I'll go buy the ingredients right away. The whole idea was to let my customers express their creativity freely. So of course, I shouldn't place restrictions on the ingredients if I can help it.
Excellent. There are a few things I'd like to try. Lavender melon, seagrass, and sea ganoderma.
What? You want to mix those with milk?
I do indeed. Why? What's wrong?
You really think that's gonna turn out tasting good?
A mí permíteme
It's all
dudarlo.
about the experience. The taste is secondary.
Bueno.
Traveler, any thoughts?
A ver, yo diría calabanda.
Sounds like a risky choice. Are you sure? Well, okay. Paimon will have the same as you.
3 milks with lavender melon, please.
Leche con
No
calabanda.
problem.
Me hubiera gustado más
Give me a
vainilla,
second,
¿no?
I'll
Pero
have them
bueno.
ready in just a moment.
Vale. Pues ahí está. La leche creativa está lista.
Here, your milk is ready. Give it a try.
Leche de calabanda.
Yep, just as Paimon suspected. Raw lavender melon does not taste good.
I think it tastes all right. It makes me feel in touch with Mother Nature.
Ojo, qué majo que es Kamisato.
Seemed pretty positive.
No puedo llamarla Ayato, lo veo tan señorial, ¿no?
Better combinations.
Taste is your key concern, yes?
Obviously. Tasty food and drinks are some of life's most important pursuits.
Well said. If I could say the same was true for me, I believe I'd be a very content man.
¿Tantas preocupaciones tienes?
Yes. No one has unlimited energy, and I try to conserve mine for the things that really count. To create some mental breathing room, I try not to overthink the less critical matters. Having my sister attend public events in my stead, and having Toma as housekeeper has also been a great help, and allowed me to focus.
We're just passing the time here, though, right? Is there anything else to think about than what we're doing right now?
one or two things. Let's continue this discussion somewhere else.
Vale, pues vamos a otro
I
lugar
noticed
para hablar
something
del
before
tema.
we left the Hiragi clan's residence.
¿Escuchaste de qué estaban hablando?
No, it was just a small detail.
Vale.
I was curious
vale,
to
se ha
know their
preguntado.
thoughts on the... Naturally, they responded that
Vale,
all
dijeron que era
other
un
clans are
acontecimiento tan
happy for
alegre
the
que el clan
Hiragi
Iraqi
clan.
también era motivo de felicidad
But
para los demás. Pero esa no es la
that's
verdad,
not-
¿cómo?
What do you mean?
Hiragi Shinsuke is still in prison.
Ah, lo de que
Meaning
Iraqi
the
siempre
Kanjou
sigue en
Commission
prisión
is the least stable
y
in
que
the
aquí pasa algo
Tri-Commission.
que...
Hiragi
Bueno, la
Chisato
Comisión
is the
Kanjou.
sole remaining pillar of her clan. But now she plans to marry into the Kujo clan. If I belong to one of the assisting clans to the Hiragis... But they didn't mention a word about that. They simply said they were delighted for them.
Es un poco
These are
extraño.
not unintelligent. I imagine they didn't want to discuss family issues in front of outsiders. But still, the more I think back over that conversation, the more it doesn't sit right. Keep a close eye on them, Hisashi.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
This is one of my most trusted members of the Shumatsuban. He's been quietly watching out for us this whole time.
Merely doing my duties, sir.
Keep a close watch on the clan representatives we met today.
Well received. I'm on the case.
Oh, and I almost forgot. That milk I just had? Please order one more and deliver it to Toma.
As you wish, sir.
Oh no, poor Toma.
Buena suerte, toma.
Sir Kamisato, Lady Hiragi's previous engagement is now concluded. She's waiting for you in the courtyard.
Thank you kindly. Let's
Vale.
go and see Hiragi Chisato.
Pues vamos a ver a Hiragi Chisato. Supongo que está por aquí, ¿no? En la... Oh. La verdad que la trama empieza a engancharme bastante, ¿eh? O sea, es lo que digo, sé que estamos hablando de una boda, pero ojo, aquí están las cosas avanzando. Aquí está la chica a la que dimos la carta, ¿os acordáis de ella, no? ¡Hey! ¿Cuánto tiempo?
Hi, nice to see you again, Chisato.
Hacía tiempo, hacía tiempo.
I heard that Sir Kamisato had brought some guests, but I didn't know it was you two.
It's been a while, Lady Hiragi. How have you been faring?
This is a rare privilege, Sir Kamisato. It is not often that I have the chance to meet you, let alone here in the comfort of my own home. I'm doing very well indeed, thank you. You must be so busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and congratulate Kamaji and I. It really means a lot.
But of course. The Tri-Commission are the servants of the Shogun, and we should look out for one another. In fact, we visited Sir Kujo just now. It's clear that he's very much looking forward to the wedding. Perhaps his joy is infectious, for I am now feeling rather elated myself. I sincerely wish you a joyful wedding and a blissful marriage.
Oh.
Thank you for your kind words. This was not an easy decision to make. We will both have to work harder from now on. I'm sure the news will cause something of a stir. But come what may, we will stand as one and face whatever the future throws at us.
Sounds like things are pretty tough for you, Chisato.
Yes. To be honest, I'm still a little nervous about it all. But Kamaji has been so supportive. His promises have comforted me a lot.
It sounds like you have some considerable reservations, Lady Hiragi.
Yes. Well, there are so many things I need to consider. In case you were wondering, I was not actually entertaining VIPs just now. I was in fact meeting with one of the Kanjou Commission's officers, Shinojo.
Oh, really? Him?
Mm-hmm. He charged in all of a sudden and said that he had something very important to tell me. He didn't mince his words. Basically, he doesn't want me to marry Kamaji.
Parece que le afectó mucho.
He has always been a calm and contained person who never acts out of line. I was quite shocked to see him so agitated. But despite all that, what he was saying made a lot of sense. He thinks that now is a bad time for this wedding to happen. He pointed out that I am like the final pillar propping up my clan. If I marry into the Kujo clan, that pillar is taken away. there will no longer be a voice of authority in the Hiragi clan. And it could be a disastrous move for my personal image, too.
It's just two families becoming one big family, though, right? What's the big deal?
Traditionally, in Inazuma, clan affiliation influences every facet of life. After the wedding, Lady Hiragi will belong to the Kujo clan. The Kanjou Commission's attitude toward you may undergo some significant changes thereafter.
Precisely. This is a terrible thing to be saying, but I'm starting to have second thoughts. Maybe I went along with it all too easily. Maybe I allowed myself to be pushed into this. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm making my guests listen to me complaining.
No problem at all. The Yashiro Commission has a duty to listen to you. Now that I've heard your concerns, I should offer to help you as best I can. For instance, by helping you gather your thoughts on the matter. Now, we heard from Sir Kujo that his decision to tie the knot was prompted by a letter he received from you. But we've also heard that you did not write that letter. Sir Kujo thought that perhaps you were just being coy. Oh, dear. Perhaps I should have kept that part to myself.
What? But that was... It was just a prop in his playful proposal, wasn't it? It was clearly purpose-designed, what with all the fancy lettering and so on.
Fancy lettering, you say?
Si
So I
letra
am to
bonita, luego me
understand
dice
that
que esa
had it
carta
not
no
been
es
for
de
this
él.
letter, you two may not have chosen this moment to be wed?
When it comes down to it... Yes, I think so. Oh, do you mean to say that this letter is not what I thought it to be?
Sir Kujo maintains that the letter was penned by your hand.
Huh?
Either way, it's wonderful to see how much you both trust one another. Who knows? Perhaps Sir Kujo was the one being coy. After all, he had no particular reason to be forthcoming with us about the details of his
Yo creo que alguien ha hecho que se
playful
junten
proposal.
estos dos.
I understand. As you said,
Bueno, lo importante es que se quieren, ¿no?
the origin of the letter doesn't matter, but my position does matter. Kamaji and I thought that we needn't worry about anything that lies ahead, but now, I think I should give it some more thought.
Marriage is the most important decision of your life. Don't let yourself regret it. It is also part of the Yashiro Commission's job to help people through difficult times. I say this as an advocate for you personally, and for the Hiragi clan. Please, do not be compelled by circumstances to make any decision that goes against your will. To be together with the one you love is a sacred thing. It is my earnest wish that both of you may enjoy a bright and beautiful future, not a bittersweet one.
I'll take to heart every word you have said to me. I can't thank you enough, Sir Kamisato. I'll think very carefully about your advice.
All that matters is that you follow your heart. Since you'll be needing some time to think things over, we will excuse ourselves now.
Oh, wait. Let me see you out.
Thank you, Lady Hiragi, but there will be no need.
Madre mía.
Traveler, let's find somewhere to talk.
Vale, vale, vamos a hablar porque yo creo que aquí está lo importante. Yo creo que alguien ha hecho que se junten estos dos, obviamente. Así que aquí parece que hay algo que se nos está escapando. Sí que es verdad que la misión me está pareciendo interesante, me está pareciendo una buena manera de presentar a Kamisato Ayato, pero, ojo, hay mucho texto, ¿eh? Está guay, hay que leer mucha historia, es importante, pero es lo que digo, yo creo que tienen que hacerlas como lo que hicieron con la Shogun Raiden, o meter alguna cinemática o algo que haga que te meta de lleno en la acción.
I've said everything I can, given the Yashiro Commission's stance. Interfering too much with other commissions' domestic issues will only create trouble. The more I think about it, the stranger this all seems. But Hiragi Chisato has yet to see it. we must be vigilant.
Strange? In what way?
Someone wants Hiragi Chisato to be married as soon as possible, and if my guess is right, it is someone from within the Kanjou Commission. This person is presumably also responsible for the mysterious and misleading letter. Think about this. A lowly officer is greatly worried about Hiragi Chisato's future, while the heads of the supporting clans ostensibly have no concern at all. It doesn't add up. When someone's words and actions do not match, you need to infer their intentions from their behavior.
Alguien quiere meter en problemas a Hiragi Chisato.
Yes. It's a smart strategy. Far superior to the one adopted by the Tenryou Commission's Takatsukasa clan. Even had the forged letter failed and been seen for what it was, there would have been no repercussions. They could simply have explained it away as a misguided but well-meaning matchmaking attempt by a member of the family. But if the letter were to achieve its goal, as it has so far, the perpetrator would successfully weaken the Hiragi clan without ever having to lift a finger against them, all under the guise of simply encouraging a wedding. With Hiragi Chisato having married into the Kujo clan and the head of the Hiragi clan in prison, challenges to the Hiragi clan's leadership would begin to emerge throughout the ranks of the Kanjou Commission. Eventually, another clan would take the Hiragi clan's place.
A ver, es una teoría realmente razonable, hay que decirlo, pero es lo que digo. Aquí yo creo que es que esto es una búsqueda de poder, ¿eh? Vale.
His name is Shinojo.
Shinojo?
He should be back by now.
Yes, sir.
Aquí está, Isashi.
That's the second time you've done that. I cannot deal with this.
Ojo, ojo, se pone interesante la trama.
Kanjou Commission officers away.
Yes. His name is Shinojo.
As I expected. They
Vale,
cannot
pues es lo que
afford to let this
decía
opportunity
Ayato.
pass them by. They have to act now while the Hiragi clan is at its weakest. Hiragi Chisato had been persuaded by Kujo Kamaji, and the wedding would... But, after Chisato's meeting with Shinojo, she began to have second thoughts. In their eyes, Officer Shinojo has interfered with their plan.
But why did they suspect him and not us?
Someone was eavesdropping on our conversation with Chisato the entire time. That's why I was a little reserved.
No way! Whew. Lucky Paimon didn't say anything stupid. But Chisato got what you meant about the letter, though, right?
I think so. But whoever is behind this will not allow their plan to fail now. They will not be inclined to respect Hiragi Chisato's own wishes. Her stance was so passive that she was easily manipulated, treated like a pawn, with even her marriage becoming a battleground for political power play. Despite all of this, she still believed that a happy future was awaiting her. When she formally marries into the Kujo clan, she will lose her title as daughter of the Hiragi clan,
pues claro,
a position in the Kanjou Commission.
Marriage is such a trap.
Hay que detenerla.
Easier said
Pues
than
parece que vamos a detener la boda.
The perpetrators are manipulating everything from
Jugada
the
realmente
shadows.
astuta, desde luego,
But we,
así que
meanwhile, are
nada.
out in the open. If we attempt to
Claro,
stop
si
this
detenemos la
wedding
boda,
from
somos los
happening,
villanos.
we will become the villains of the story and face immense public backlash.
So what are we gonna do?
At this stage, if the perpetrators wish to maintain control over the situation, their only option is to come out from the shadows and bare their fangs. But first things first. We
Vale,
must
pues
go
parece que
and rescue
nuestro primer objetivo va a ser rescatar
He has
aquí
done
a
nothing wrong
Shinojo
and does not deserve to be
para que no lo
punished.
castiguen, obviamente.
Tell
Así
me where
que
Shinojo is.
vamos para allá, por lo que veo. Vale, parece que se encuentra más o menos cerca, ¿vale? Así que hay que rescatarlo. Yo creo que va a estar en el edificio, ¿no? Si no me equivoco. Ah, pues no, mira, vamos aquí al teleport y al lío. Ok, pues ya estamos aquí. Parece que hay que... No fastidies, esa es la caseta esta que lleva ahí años. ¿Por fin va a tener una utilidad la caseta? Oh, no, parece que es aquí abajo. Ya me había ilusionado, yo digo, madre mía, la caseta esta que está siempre cerrada tiene por fin una utilidad. Pues no, parece que es aquí abajo, así que vamos a ver. Vale, ahí parece que hay gente, así que... Vamos a ver. Están aquí, ¿eh?
What are you doing? Release Shinojo this instant!
Stop this at
Oh.
once.
It's the Yashiro Commissioner. Well, we take orders from our master. No one else.
Really? Then please, excuse me.
¡Ojo! Vale, pues parece que aquí vamos a luchar con el crack, con el mastodonte. Lo que digo, es un personaje que me parece bastante interesante porque, como podéis ver, aparte de la velocidad de sus ataques, realmente tiene una skill set muy buena. O sea, es un personaje que se controla fácil, tiene una velocidad rápida y, como podéis ver, el daño por segundo que puede hacer bien entrenado o preparado es bastante alto, lo cual pues me gusta muchísimo, obviamente. Vamos a acabar con Kubo, que es el oficial aquí al mando, ¿no?
Kamisato Ayato.
Adiós, tío. Y ahora nos quitamos el guardián y listo. Vale.
Blast. Let's go.
Bueno, pues parece que se piran. No han podido
We must
contra
report the
nosotros.
master right away.
Hey, get back here!
No need to follow them. We need bait to catch the fish anyway. Leave them be. I think I saw a key fall to the ground during the fight. Let's free Shinojo first. But in all the chaos, it must have been kicked to one side. Where did it end up?
What the? It's a tanuki? Oh, don't tell Paimon that the tanuki took it!
Let's follow it and see.
Vale. Pues nada, vamos a ver a dónde va. A ver, ahora hay que encontrar la llave que robó el tanuki.
More speed. More speed.
Ajá. De momento está siendo fácil. Venga, tanuki. Vale, aquí está, ¿no? Vale, pues tenemos la llave. Ahí está. Vamos a abrir aquí a nuestro amiguito y a liberarlo. ¿Cómo va, tío? ¿Te ha ido bien o qué? Madre mía, la que se está liando.
Thank you.
Shinojo, eres libre.
It was terrifying. They said they were gonna throw the cage into the sea with me still inside. Oh, wait, you have to listen to me. Lady Chisato's wedding. It's all part of a scheme. Someone's trying to use the wedding for their own ends.
Calm down, Shinojo. It's okay. We knew about all that.
Huh?
Our suspicions were roused to this possibility, and so far, everything is unfolding rather as we expected. Those behind this plan are not going to give up easily. Their next move is imminent. We must devise sufficient countermeasures.
Yashiro Commissioner, you're personally going to take action?
This situation has consequences for the whole Tri-Commission, and the stability of all Inazumas at stake. My hitherto neutral stance ends now. The almighty Shogun has always despised these pathetic power games. As a commissioner, I am a servant of the Shogun, and it is therefore my duty to handle these tiresome matters on her behalf.
That's true.
Shinojo, don't return to your post yet. Find somewhere safe and stay hidden. Traveler, Paimon, let's get out of here.
Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commissioner. I hear you showed up here with no explanation and attacked my men. You wouldn't happen to be carrying out some sort of secret mission, now would you?
I heard that someone was taking the law into their own hands. As a responsible official of Inazuma, I could not in good conscience stand idly by. Shinojo may be your retainer, but the law does not grant you the right to abuse him.
Abuse? Nonsense. I was just teaching him a lesson. Out of nowhere, a low-ranking officer decides to barge in on Lady Hiragi and start spouting out the most absurd and insulting nonsense one can imagine. A truly egregious loss of decorum. I dare say, the poor lady was terrified.
So, you're saying that you know absolutely nothing of the reasons for his actions? Because otherwise, why would you describe it as out of nowhere?
Two people from two different clans are getting married. That's all there is to it. And yet this young gentleman took it upon himself to fabricate a nonsensical disaster story around it. How should I know what he was thinking? Even if she marries into the Kujo clan, Lady Hiragi will always be the daughter of the Hiragi clan.
Vale, yo creo que poco a poco con todo esto vamos aclarando esta complicada situación. Y esto es algo que me está gustando mucho, porque realmente con lo de la boda, con todo lo de las comisiones, creo que al final vamos entendiendo y descubriendo, ¿no?, un poquito de qué van las cosas.
Even if we put it down to a rare moment of impulsivity.
Darn it! This guy is good. Annoyingly good.
Es difícil contradecirlo, hay que decirlo.
Funny. I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I'd like to share with you. There's not been a dull moment since I took up my post in the Yashiro Commission. Every day I've been exposed to new and fascinating things. For instance, a merchant from abroad once told me about a curious kind of bird with the most extraordinarily long tongue. So long, in fact, that you can tie 2 knots in the portion of it that extends out of its beak. I'm sure someone as erudite as yourself could be able to guess what people do with these unusual avians.
Keep them as pets.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But there's a catch. You see, this bird is of no use to humans whatsoever. It certainly doesn't make a suitable pet. The reason they give is this. The longest tongue has the most to say, but don't be deceived as it chirps away, lest the song it sings lead you astray.
I say, Yashiro Commissioner, are you here simply to mock the Kanjou Commission?
Far from it. In my mind, the Kanjou Commission is made up of honorable individuals, upright and forthright, conscientious and loyal. It is unbecoming of such people to resort to lies, deception, and filibustering, all as part of a plan to remove Lady Hiragi from her position in the Kanjou Commission.
Yashiro Commissioner, please don't make accusations without any evidence.
The evidence is standing right in front of me, is it not? I have a credible witness who can confirm you were quick to try and make him disappear as soon as he said something that you did not like. Ugh, dear me. I can't believe the Grand Matsura clan is now represented by someone with less of a sense of loyalty than even an ordinary servant. You studied hard and took a government position, only to make it to where you are now just to play these petty power games behind the scenes. I'm not sure whether it's because you're smart enough to play the system, or too foolish to know any better. In your years of service to the Shogun, not only have you managed to glean nothing good from the people around you, you have also let yourself be blinded by self-interest. And now you have ruined your once bright future. I'm not angry, Mr. Matsura. I just feel sorry for you.
Oh,
Is that right? Then tell me, if you're so bright, what exactly do you think you can do to me? This is at most a Kanjou Commission issue. We'll handle this amongst ourselves. You are reaching rather outside of your bounds, Yashiro Commissioner. If you seek to involve yourself in other clans' affairs, might I be so bold then as to question your motives in doing so? I think you are simply opposed to an alliance between the Kanjou Commission and Tenryou Commission, because the new balance of power in the Tri-Commission would be a threat to you personally. So you come here with an elaborate excuse to try and break up this marriage.
So, that's how you view it. Well, I have to admit, you clearly are far more talented than I at monitoring the power balance within the Tri-Commission.
Let me be crystal clear. This wedding is going to happen, and nothing is going to change that. The notices have already been sent out. All of Inazuma City knows about it now. Most of the public weren't aware that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato were courting. But you can bet it's all anybody's talking about now. Once the notices go out, that's it. The wedding is a sure thing, even if it hasn't happened just yet.
I see. It seems like I was wrong.
So suddenly we see eye to eye?
I had expected you to at least be smarter than most.
Kamisato Ayato! You... How dare you!
madre mía, se va a liar, ¿eh?
You've made your move. Now, I suppose it's
Bueno,
time
el turno de Ayato. ¿Qué
Do
significa?
you seriously think this marriage will bring the Kanjou Commission and the Tenryou Commission together? Isn't it at all possible that the Kanjou Commission becomes marginalized as a...
¡Ojo!
Goodness me. Well, I've learned
Este
a
tío es un
great deal
crack,
from
Me cae
talking
muy
to you.
guay el personaje, me está
That
pareciendo
will be all for
interesante.
now. If you would excuse me, I shall take my leave.
Hey, hey! What was all that?
Vamos a quedar en plan de ¿qué habéis hablado? No me he enterado de
They
nada.
had their scheme, but fortunately I was prepared. As I said, they
Vale, han
ended up
mostrado
coming out from
han
the
salido las
shadows
sombras, han
and
mostrado sus
revealing.
colmillos,
Let's see how
pero
things
ahora hay
are
que volver a
in Inazuma
Inazuma
City.
y ver qué pasa, ¿no?
Then,
Parece que en este caso Ayato tiene un plan, eso la verdad que es bastante bueno después de todo lo que hemos visto. Pero es lo que os digo, o sea, es una legendaria que a ver, que está divertida, está muy bien, ojo, para conocer al personaje de Kamisato Ayato. Pero lo que yo estoy viendo aquí es que el problema que vamos a tener con este tipo de misiones, ¿no? Es el hecho de que, no sé, como que de alguna manera cuesta que la legendaria sea ya tan épica con lo... Yo creo que con la Shogun y con las últimas que hemos visto estuvo a nivel muy bien. Y esta la veo muy de una historia de intrigas y todo eso, que está guay de conocerla en cuanto a lore y demás, pero que va costando a lo mejor, ¿no? De que cojas ese ritmo. Ha empezado lenta, ahora está en un punto que me intriga mucho todo y eso está bien. Pero aún así creo que es una misión que a mucha gente le va a parecer puro texto. Es lo que digo, yo en algunas que son puro texto como esta, a mí me gusta, me lo estoy pasando en grande, pero entiendo que a mucha gente a lo mejor se la haga como pesada en ese aspecto si no les gusta el tema del lore. A mí es que me flipa el lore, entonces claro, ahí yo aquí caigo fácil. Bueno, vamos aquí a ir rapidito a ver qué pasa. Vale. Tenemos que volver a hablar con Kujo Kamaji. Estaba claro que iba a hacer falta volver a juntarnos con nuestro pana. Así que, ¿por qué no? Vamos a ver un poquito qué pasa por aquí. Kamisato Ayato. El pana, chavales, el pana. The one, the only. Vale, aquí tenemos a nuestro amigo Kujo. ¿Cómo va?
Welcome. I just heard that the news of my wedding has been officially announced. It seems so sudden. I wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, about that. It's kinda complicated.
I see. So someone's trying to take advantage of our marriage.
If you proceed with the wedding, the repercussions for you are likely to be minimal. But we must take Lady Hiragi's situation into consideration.
I've previously considered this possibility. But in the end, we're getting married for true love. And I've promised her that I'll do everything in my power to protect her.
I understand where you're coming from, but to be frank, she should not need your protection. Or, to put it another way, you have tacitly admitted that Lady Hiragi will need your help to get through the hard times ahead, which perhaps suggests that, deep down, you realize all she stands to lose. I don't mean to criticize you. It is natural to want to protect our loved ones. You're an intelligent and gentle person, and I'm sure you would have been able to think about this more objectively were you not so emotionally involved in the situation. I'm sure you admire Lady Hiragi for being the independent, gentle, resilient, and strong-willed person she is. For the sake of marrying you, this wonderful woman will become someone who has to depend on you for the rest of her life. Are you really okay with that?
I love her with all my heart, and would do anything to make
A
her
ver,
happy.
él la ama, obviamente, y
That's
está
why I
claro.
cannot abide to see her
Y
suffer
aquí
or be
obviamente no quiere que la
manipulated by
manipulen.
other people. Yashiro, Commissioner, you're right. It was naive and selfish of me to take things that... But it's too late now, isn't it? There are notices everywhere.
I have a plan, but it needs a villain. Sir Kujo, in order for my plan to work, you and I must both play the role of antagonists. But are you willing to help?
Madre
If
mía.
there's a way to salvage this, then let's hear it.
Vale, él está
I've
con
told the
nosotros,
people
eso
at
es
the
lo bueno.
Kanjou Commission that the marriage isn't going to unify the Kanjou Commission and the Tenryou Commission. On the contrary, It's a terrible idea that will marginalize the Kanjou Commission. The context for this
Vale.
is that they are planning to use this marriage to bring down
Vale, lo
the
que quieren es
Hiragi
cargarse
clan.
al clan Irachi, eso está
And the
claro,
key to
pero
their
bueno.
success. But what if we were
Ha
to
tenido
imagine
buena idea,
for a moment
Ayato.
that since the affairs of the Vision Hunt decree,
Vale.
the Tenryou Commission has been planning to make a move against the weakened Kanjou Commission. The only reason you have been hesitant to act since taking over the Tenryou Commission is because you care about Lady Hiragi's feelings. And so, your plan is to liaise with the Yashiro Commission, to marry her and bring her out of the Kanjou Commission as soon as possible. Once that is achieved, as the person in charge of the Tenryou Commission, you no longer have any reason to hesitate.
I see. This is an ingenious plan. It takes advantage of the situation perfectly.
Esto hará que Hiragi Chisato parezca imprescindible. Eso es buena idea, la verdad.
Our purpose is to change Lady Hiragi's position from an unnecessary burden
Claro,
to an
aparte es lo que digo, si la ven con
asset.
ese poder,
By
lo
doing so,
vamos a poder
we
controlar
can even
todo
strengthen
sin
her
que haya
position in the
ninguna
Kanjou Commission.
liada grande.
Once our adversaries realize how the network of connections behind the scenes really looks, they'll do their utmost to stop this wedding from happening. Then, we simply leave them to clear up the mess they've created.
Vale.
Got it.
So the network.
Paimon, como siempre, no se entera de nada.
We have to make sure that the behind-the-scenes story comes to the attention of our dear friends in the Kanjou Commission. Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier, will now be fearing the worst. No doubt he'll be on the lookout for the first sign of a crisis.
Vale.
In that case, he will almost certainly have placed informants throughout Inazuma City. Sir Kujo, there are certain things that I need you to attend to personally.
Vale, pues parece que le vamos a explicar todo el plan aquí a Kujo Kamaji.
It's almost time. My ninja
Y ahora a ver
has
si
located
muerde el
one of the
anzuelo.
informants.
Madre mía, ha estado muy interesante. ¿Qué dices? Claro, que yo la misión no la he hecho, la red me la dejé. F en el chat, voy a tener que completarla ya, vale, voy a cortar aquí un momentito. Ok, pues vamos ahora a hablar con, en este caso, el informante de la Comisión Kanjou. Esta trama tengo que destacar que me ha parecido muy divertida de principio a final. Creo que es lo que digo, no es que aporte gran lore, ¿no? Pero sí que nos va dando pistas, nos va presentando, yo creo que de manera muy correcta a Kamisato Ayato. Vale, parece que hay que seguirlo. Vamos a ver, aquí mi clave, mi consejo, es que os metáis... ¿Cómo me ha visto? No lo sé, tío, es que da rabia, pero me está viendo porque le da la gana. Vale. A ver, aquí el problema es que nos vamos a tener que meter arriba, ¿vale? En el edificio, porque si no se buguea esto. Así que venimos por aquí, ¿vale? Y nos metemos aquí. Vale. Desde aquí vamos a poder, si os fijáis, controlar un poquito su distancia donde está, ¿vale? Desde aquí.
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem
Voy a
pretty
intentar ir por
intense
encima
at
de
the
las
moment.
casas. A ver si
Isn't it all
así
a
el
bit
modo trepador
excessive for a
funciona.
wedding?
Pero sí. Ah, vale, vale. Estoy cerca, estoy cerca. A ver. Pero hay que
The
seguirle
Tenryou Commission
bastante.
has sent a load of people to Rito. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujo Kamaji being overcautious.
The news is spreading fast, but it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have
Hay
to
que ir con cuidado,
investigate.
Está muy atento a nuestros movimientos, a todo. A ver, yo creo que aquí la clave es guardar una distancia prudencial y ya está, porque claro, en el momento en el que, por ejemplo, nos juega que está demasiado lejos, por ejemplo ahora, ¿ves? Tenemos que arrancar y seguirlo por aquí.
Let's follow him.
Ahí está. Lo tenemos. ¡Ojo! Toda la Comisión Tenryou.
Commission is here.
Excuse me, has something happened on this road? I'm a businessman passing through, and it's a little disconcerting to see this place so heavily guarded.
Ah, please don't be alarmed.
As I'm sure you've heard, the wedding of Sir Kujo Kamaji and Lady Hiragi Chisato will take place any day now. Sir Kujo decided to send for Lady Hiragi ahead of time and have her live in Inazuma City during the run-up to the wedding.
I see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady Hiragi. Not just us either. You'll see more Tenryou Commission members as you go further along. We're all here for the same duty.
Isn't this a little excessive?
Sir Kujo holds Lady Hiragi in the highest regard and wants to treat her with the utmost respect.
I understand. Sorry to disturb your work. Drat. It's exactly as Master feared. They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiragi to leave Rito.
Vale.
Wait, no. If Lady Hiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. I must tell Master right away.
He ran off again.
Estaba pálido de miedo.
That should do it. The seeds have been sown. In this atmosphere, mounting suspicion will nurture fear among the Kanjou Commission. Now, we wait patiently for it to grow and ferment. The calm before the storm is...
Are they really gonna own up and apologize? Just like...
If you're curious to find out, you can visit the Hiragi clan in Rito in a couple of days. I have some other business to attend to, so I won't be spending any more time on this situation. In any case, we've made our move. It's only a matter of time before they give up and surrender.
Te lo voy a preguntar, pero ¿cómo estás tan seguro?
This is not my first time.
Vale.
Well then, goodbye for
Vale,
now.
pues parece que se despide de momento aquí nuestro amigo, así que la cosa ha ido bien, ¿no? Vale. Ha estado guay, ¿eh? Me ha molado la parte de seguir todo esto. Sigamos de cerca la situación. Vayamos a Rito en 2 días. Vale, pues parece que vamos a tener que hacer que pasen 2 días. Así que... Vamos al lío. El viento amaina, espera 2 días, ¿no? Vale. Venimos aquí y le damos ahora y ya sabéis. Ahora se supone que podemos hacer que pasen 2 días clavados con esto, ¿veis? Que es el límite de tiempo. Así que así hacemos con esta opción lo que digo. Hacemos que pasen 2 días de golpe y ya deberíamos de poder actualizar nuestra aventura y a ver un poquito qué pasa, ¿no? Aquí con todo el tema. Lo de la infiltración, tengo que decir que me parece que está un poco mal diseñado, ¿eh? O sea, poca broma. Pero aquí supongo que habré hecho un corte, pero os digo que me he llevado como 3 intentos porque me pillaba de maneras absurdas. Sin estar siquiera cerca y si no desaparecía. Así que me ha tocado seguir una estrategia diferente. Vale, vamos a ver qué pasa ahora. Vale, ve a Rito a ver cómo van las cosas. Pues allá que nos vamos. Vamos a venir por aquí y ya sabéis, vamos al buen TP. Y bueno, parece que está al lado del teletransportador, así que conforme lleguemos vamos a tener la misioncita. Ahí está, vamos a ver. ¡Vamos, Jin!
These people from the Tenryou Commission have been here for days now.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiragi. But why would it be taking so long?
I heard that the Kanjou Commission suddenly said they don't want Lady Hiragi to leave. To be honest, I'd be hesitant if I were her. A crowd this size comes to Rito? Who knows what they could be planning?
Shh, stay quiet. Someone might hear you.
Oh, right. Sorry. How did things get to this point?
Vale, pues esto parece que ya está. Vale, vamos a hablar con Hatanaka.
Hello. How may I help?
¿Qué están haciendo?
We arrived here 2 days ago to escort Lady Hiragi to Inazuma City. Sir Kujo Kamaji gave us very strict orders, so we have to obey. But every time we attempt to receive the bride, the Hiragi clan always finds an excuse to delay things.
Vaya.
Since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we decided to stay in Rito until Lady Hiragi is ready to come with us.
Todo el mundo tiene miedo.
We apologize. It was not our intention to stay here so long. We promise our presence here will not impact ordinary people's lives. We can only hope that the leaders of the Hiragi clan will start to cooperate soon. If this stalemate continues, who knows? Sir Kujo might give us orders to be less accommodating.
Vale. Hombre, hay que decir que el plan de Ayato está saliendo a la perfección, ¿eh? Oh,
How much longer does your master plan to hold them off?
I have no idea. We're stuck in limbo here. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things, and is suspicious of everything. He's been yelling at me a lot. I understand that he's anxious, but I mean, what can we do? I've told him before, never cross the Yashiro Commissioner.
Yeah, good advice. With him, you just know that whatever he's doing, a lot of preparation has gone into it. If Lady Hiragi is really taken away, then what will the Tenryou Commission do? And what will the Yashiro Commission do?
Maybe we should tell Master to discuss things with Lady Hiragi.
Hiragi Chisato is now at the center of every conversation in Rito. By
Vale.
now, the Kanjou Commission probably knows how important she is. But what about what she thinks?
Vamos a ver qué piensa ella.
Let's go and see.
Hola.
Oh, Traveler! I assume you've heard about everything that's been going on out there. What on earth is happening?
Don't worry, we can explain everything. So, what happened was...
Espera, puede que alguien nos esté espiando.
After the Tenryou Commission arrived, they suddenly became alarmed. They keep having secretive discussions and won't allow me to have any direct contact with the Tenryou Commission. I never would have thought that this was Sir Kamisato's plan.
Ya sabes lo que quieres
Now it
hacer.
all makes... I'm sorry. I haven't. Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. Maybe everything would be easier if I simply didn't have the choice. I used to tell myself things like this to avoid having to think about it. But once I saw the notices appearing out of nowhere on the streets, signaling that the wedding was confirmed, I didn't feel reassured at all. Instead, I felt a great sense of regret. I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. This is supposed to be my bright and beautiful future. But what if it's not?
A él también le preocupa.
I can happily accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of my marriage, I should absolutely refuse to go through with it. But that's not the answer I'm looking for. And also, now that things have escalated to this point, it will be tricky to resolve.
Ah, Lady Hiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second. I thought you'd gone missing. You... Wait, you're the ones who were with the Yashiro Commissioner that day. What do you think you're doing here? Are you trying to convince Lady Hiragi to leave?
Calm down. They're my friends. They're just here to visit me.
Friends? Are you sure? Just friends? Lady Hiragi, I told you already, these are exceptional circumstances. You need to be more vigilant in everything you do. You are extremely important to us, and to the entire Kanjou Commission. Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it!
Eres menos respetuoso que la última vez que nos vimos, vaya.
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat.
¿Ni siquiera vas a obedecer las órdenes de la señorita Hiragi? Se lo
Listen
está
to
pensando,
me.
¿eh?
I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. His arrival might well be your very last chance to fix this. The present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point where you could hope to control it. If this deadlock continues any longer, we will have nothing to gain and much to lose. This is not an order. All I need you to do is give me an explanation and take responsibility for the situation.
Understood, my lady. I shall discuss with the others right away.
Good job, Chisato. You handled that well.
I was so nervous. But I thought things are now so critical that I should at least give it a try. And it worked remarkably well.
Ese es el poder de la palabra.
Yes, well, let's wait and see what happens.
Vale. Matsura regresa con la cara larga. Ojo.
We had a serious discussion and reflected on our mistakes. In all honesty, no one can handle the weight of the situation here. Everyone is besides themselves with worry. It'll drive us mad if it continues any longer. I'm so sorry. My actions were radical and duplicitous. I was selfish and ignored the greater good. And then I left the situation to fester. Would you please give us a second chance? For my lady's sake, please give the Kanjou Commission another chance.
No sirve de nada hablar conmigo.
I suppose you're right. The only person who can change the Tenryou Commission's mind will be the Yashiro Commissioner. We'll head off to the Kamisato estate shortly and beseech him to help us with the utmost sincerity. Lady Hiragi, might I ask you to join us? You are the most important person. Without you, we have no other way.
Vale, pues parece que tenemos que volver a la Hacienda Kamisato, por fin, a hablar con Ayato. A ver, me está pareciendo muy intrigante todo lo que estamos viendo por aquí, pero ojo, vamos a ver cómo continúa. Ok. Venimos por aquí, y ahora sí que sí. Vamos a entrar de nuevo aquí. Vale. Vamos a ver qué pasa. ¡Hey!
Yashiro, Commissioner, I'm sure you've heard the news. The Tenryou Commission has now occupied Rito, refusing to leave until we hand Lady Hiragi over to them. I realize I have greatly offended you with my atrocious actions, and I realize also that this must sound like the very height of absurdity. But please, have mercy, good sir.
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally busy and have but a moment to spare before my next engagement. I fear this leaves no time for small talk. So, please, if you would be so kind, get straight to the point.
I know our apology means nothing to you, but we really have nothing else left to offer by this point. I'm terribly sorry. Everyone in the entire Kanjou Commission now realizes the gravity of this situation. Lady Hiragi is indispensable to us. We promise to always support her. So, would it be at all possible for you to talk to Sir Kujo once more, on our behalf?
You make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission will be ridiculed by the public if we choose to withdraw the notices now and eat our words. What do you plan to do about this? To lose face for the Tri-Commission is to bring shame to Her Excellency. Are you and your associates ready to face the thunderous wrath of the almighty Shogun?
We'll take full responsibility. We'll publish a new notice and hold a conference to explain the situation. We will make sure that the public knows this was all a huge misunderstanding. We'll do everything we can to minimize the impact.
Master Matsura, you should have known it would come to this. Whatever were you thinking? But the Tri-Commission must always put the interests of Inazuma first, regardless of what Sir Kujo and I may feel at this present moment. If the situation in Rito is left to fester any further, things may get out of control. But Lady Hiragi and the inhabitants of Rito are innocent. If we fail to contain the situation promptly, the rumor mill will wreak havoc on the Tri-Commission's reputation. Try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant to listen to, but they can also become irritating if they don't know when to stop. And as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets at all. But it doesn't take a moment to cut out their tongues and silence them for good.
Yes, I understand.
I've listened to your concerns, and I'll talk to Sir Kujo for you. But I can't guarantee that he will change his mind.
I understand. Thank you for your help, Yashiro Commissioner.
All right, you ought to return now. I'm sure you have a sizable mess to deal with back in the Kanjou Commission.
Okay, then please excuse me. Thank you once again, Commissioner.
Bueno, pues tenemos que decirlo, pero aquí el tío se ha marcado el olín de su vida, ¿eh? Vale. Parece que aún tiene algo más que decirle, así que vamos a ver qué pasa. Claro. Vale. Yo lo estoy flipando, ¿eh? La verdad que la trama está muy de esto.
You became a completely different person just now. It felt so intense.
Unruly servants like him need to be severely reprimanded. As a commissioner, the almighty shogun trusts me to do her will. I did as I should. But now, I'd like to take off my commissioner hat and share a personal story with you.
Oh, please. I'd love to hear it.
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once went through an extremely difficult period. My father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave errors made by the Kamisato clan long ago and restore our reputation. The work took a toll on his health and ultimately led to his untimely demise. My mother loved him dearly. She passed soon after. This sudden turn of events dealt a heavy blow to the Yashiro Commission. Behind the scenes, things became very unstable. Everyone thought that the Kamisato clan had lost power. That made my sister and me nothing but burdens, hindering the ambitions of others. It may sound preposterous now, but I assure you that is the truth of what the Yashiro Commission has been through.
Huh. Pretty similar to how the Kanjou Commission is now.
Back then, I had no choice but to accept the position I was in. While I desperately looked around for powerful supporters, I endured smear campaigns and attempts to exploit me. I had no other choice. I had to honor my parents' dying wishes, and I also had a young sister to take care of. I didn't mind what became of me, but my family. No one can ever be allowed to trample over my precious family. Fortunately, I persisted, and the Kamisato clan was able to survive this storm.
Esto ya me mola, el lore, el saber lo que digo, te presentan al personaje, te van presentando también historia de Inazuma. Y aquí, a ver, me gusta porque tiene lore de Inazuma, del triunvirato, de todo lo que hemos estado viendo, y la verdad que está bastante bien.
I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married. But the fact is, it's because I felt too young and inexperienced to...
The reason why Sir Kujo was able to face the prospect of marriage so confidently.
That's it. The situation I'm facing now
Vamos,
is the
que al final hay
same one he
bodorrio.
faced back then. When his clan was in crisis, he bravely drew his blade and challenged the almighty shogun.
¿Y ahora?
And now, it is time for me to make a stand.
Well said. I'm sure once you have grown and gained confidence, your father will be able to let go and allow you to decide how you want to live the... It might not sound exciting, but this kind of personal growth is a necessary step in the pursuit of true happiness.
And I'm sure I can get there. I will use this as an opportunity to take over the responsibilities of the Hiragi clan. I'll think about marriage again after everything is more settled. This puts less pressure on Kamaji, and means I can support and protect myself without having to worry about becoming a burden or dependent on someone else.
My best wishes to both of you were and remain heartfelt. When the time comes for the wedding to go ahead, I will come to congratulate you once more.
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. I am grateful for everything you have shared with me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot to deal with back home.
Take care, Lady Hiragi. I'm confident that on your return, You will find your Kanjou Commission associates most receptive to your instruction.
Yes. In fact, my recent experience suggests the same. Thank you once again.
She really has the air of a leader now.
Se parece a Kamaji.
Hats off to you too, sir. Everyone thought there was no way out until you pulled that super smart strategy out of nowhere.
In fact, counter-checking is a perfectly common maneuver in the game of chess. Our rival this time was easy to deal with. He was smart, but short-sighted, and sloppy in his execution. This outcome is entirely within my expectation.
Even so, Paimon could never come up with a plan that cunning in a whole lifetime. Anyway, it's kind of a relief to see that Chisato has decided to set the Hiragi clan straight.
I agree. Stability in Inazuma benefits me as well. I wasn't about to pass up an opportunity to make less trouble for myself.
Entonces, ¿cuál es tu posición en todo esto?
Well, the fact is that I am first and foremost the Yashiro Commissioner. Perhaps for Master Matsura, power is his life's pursuit. But for me, nothing matters more than the stability of Inazuma. A stable nation is the prerequisite for a stable Yashiro Commission. Only then can the Kamisato clan and the other Yashiro Commission clans have a peaceful existence. But human desire will always be a factor in the equation. This is not the first situation of its kind, nor will it be the last. All I have tried to do is make sure the three parties to the Tri-Commission serve to restrain each other. Stasis is not the only form of stability. A balance of power leaving no room for maneuver achieves the same end.
Equilibrando el poder.
Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important Lady Hiragi is now. I think I did her a sizable favor in that regard.
La verdad que ahí favor
Dealing
la
with
he
the
hecho.
Hiragi clan will be much easier for her than navigating a new and unfamiliar
Es que es un estratega, tío. Me mola mucho el personaje. O sea, es lo que os digo. Para ser la primera vez que conocemos a este personaje, está molando de mucho lo que estamos viendo.
Over this one wedding. Wait a second. You weren't trying to stop the wedding from the very beginning, were you?
Paimon intentando traer su mente.
I thought straight away it was bad timing. Nevertheless, everything I said to Hiragi Chisato was entirely sincere. If you choose to give up your stance on something once, you'll be having to compromise for the rest
Madre
of your
mía,
life.
me está gustando mucho esta misión, ¿eh?
I didn't want to
Es
see
lo que
her
digo,
suffer
es una
because she
legendaria
didn't
que es de las
realize
que
what
te
she was
hacen
getting into.
reflexionar, te hacen sentir estas cosas, ¿no? Y ha tenido la parte de
Now,
conocimiento de
she
lore, no
has
sé,
the
me ha
chance
gustado
to
mucho.
become her own person.
Okay then. Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Hasta la próxima, Ayato.
All right. Farewell, and profuse thanks to you both. I shall have to host you at the Kamisato estate when my sister is next available.
Ojo, a ver si hace una nueva legendaria de Ayato o de Ayaka y podemos ver un poquito más de esto. Me ha gustado bastante lo que hemos visto de la misión.
Looks like everything's resolved.
Aquí está, toma.
Masterfully done.
Increíble, todo estuvo perfecto. Bueno, excepto por un pequeño detalle. De algún modo llegó a mis manos un vaso de una leche con un sabor muy peculiar. La leche de
I
calabanda, bro.
somehow ended up with a glass of
Didn't you like it? I distinctly remember you saying you are quite partial to exotic flavors.
Oh!
My lord, mi señor.
My lord?
The Traveler had one of those as well.
Ojo, ya ahí
I'm
bueno.
sure he's made a great impression on you.
The Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both families would have been more guarded against me had he and his companion not been present. It wouldn't have been so easy to get to the heart of the matter.
There you go again, my lord. Placing the focus on other people while discreetly performing your job to perfection.
Vaya.
Naturally. Ah, yes.
Ojo, ojo, que se van de
Now that
partida de
we're both
ajedrez.
free, let's finish off that game of chess we started a few days ago.
Bueno, ojo, les dura las partidas como los Warhammer, ¿no? Días. me ha molado bastante. Ya está completada la misión de Cipresus Justos, el acto 1, Hojas que Caen. Y ahora obviamente lo que toca es disfrutar, ¿no? Del evento tocho. Que es lo de la elegancia festiva, ¿vale? Que es el festival del Iodori. Ahora ya la tenemos desbloqueada, así que lo que os digo, después de esto, obviamente, empezamos con el contenido del festival. Tengo vídeos de Shima, ¿vale? Grabados y preparados, me falta editarlos, obviamente, pero los iré trayendo. Lo que digo aquí, hemos hecho las tiradas de Ayato, las he puesto al principio, en plan, wow, y nada. directamente, pues aquí lo que os digo, ¿no? Un poquito mostraros su misión legendaria, que la verdad que me ha parecido interesante. Me gustaría saber en este caso vuestra opinión, porque es una misión que creo que no va a gustar a todos, pero si os gusta el personaje de Ayato creo que se hace muy interesante. A mí me ha parecido divertida, ha aportado lore, el tema de lo de la boda y ver los entresijos, ¿no? Las rivalidades y todo eso me ha gustado muchísimo. Y nos ha demostrado que ante todo Ayato es un crack, es un estratega, así que ahora tengo ganas de ver más de este personaje y a ver si en una segunda legendaria nos lo muestran, aunque bueno, de momento los únicos personajes que han recibido segunda legendaria han sido arcontes, así que no sabemos si vamos a tener suerte incluso de ver una nueva legendaria del crack de Xiao. Pero bueno, me lo he pasado en grande, espero que os haya gustado el vídeo, como siempre, si os ha gustado dejad el buen like, suscribiros y hasta la próxima, adiós.